I have just spoken to Honorable Kyagulanyi on one of the phones, because what has happened, they have blocked my line, they blocked his line, his wife's line, and a couple of other leaders. These are, telecommunication lines, SIM cards, and so we can't quite communicate, but we've gotten other SIM cards that we are using to try and communicate. So there's one that I've used to communicate with him, on another that he has. He is very concerned about what's happening. One, as you can see, none of us is allowed to access him. Anybody that tries to access his gate is gotten and beaten up. You journalists have tried to access, and you were chased away with threats of being beaten. We saw what has happened to Honorable Zake. So he got there and he was beaten. I was trying to access, and it is you journalists that said, no, please remain around because you'll be brutalized. There's people that were trying to take groceries to him and the wife, and those who were sent away as well. So clearly, they're cutting him off from everybody. So he's alone in the house with his wife. They've taken away the guards. Soldiers have actually jumped the fence, and they're in the compound, loitering all over the place. He's very concerned about his security and his wife's security. They're in there, very isolated. They don't know what's going to happen next, whether these guys will break into the house and wreak havoc, as they have been doing. They've also, interestingly, they've clearly cut off all forms of communication. They've cut off even DSTV connection, which he renewed yesterday, and then all of that. So he's in a blackout of sorts. Look, these things are being done by the regime because they are guilty. You know, the guilty run before they are chased. Because yes, you have organized an election. If you think you organized a free and fair election, why are you this scared? Why are you putting a very tight nose? You know, why aren't there NRM supporters jubilating all over the city and all over the country and all of that? Why are they putting our presidential candidate, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine, under arrest? Because effectively, he is under house arrest. In his communication to me, he's told me, one, to encourage Ugandans out there to remain strong. Because the state does all these different things to instill fear in the people, to try and cause them to drop the ball. He's telling them, please don't drop the ball. We must keep chasing the ultimate goal, and that is change of government. Because look, I think everybody now clearly realizes that now more than ever, we must change leadership. We must get sane leaders into power. Leaders that are not going to brutalize the people. Leaders that are going to be held accountable by the people. Leaders that will respect democracy, rule of law, and all the tenets thereof. And so he's telling Ugandans, remain strong, let's not give up, let's keep pressing on till the very end. You know, our goal is to see change of power. So yes, we have attained as NUP certain parliamentary seats. That's a good thing, you know. Yes, I'm happy I'm now an MP-elect, but that's not the ultimate goal. We didn't get into this just to attain parliamentary seats. Yes, parliamentary seats, that was one of the goals. We hoped to sweep the entire parliament, but most importantly, our desire was to see change of power. That has not happened yet, so we can't now begin to jubilate. We must keep pressing on every step of the way, using every avenue provided for in the law to see that change of government gets to happen. Briefly, mu Uganda,